Why you think people love Caitlin Clark with such her skills?
She can shoot threes from logo.
We never seen that before.
Okay, people, hold on tight. Regarding Caitlin Clark, Shaquille O'Neal recently revealed even more shocking revelation. This time, it took place directly on Angel Reese's show. Yes, when the Big Diesel appeared on Angel's program, he didn't mince words when he named the person he believes to be the real breakout star. Let's also remark that Angel most likely wishes he had never been invited. For more fantastic material, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video. Regards. This is how it transpired. Angel Reese is sitting there anticipating a pleasant basketball conversation with Shaq. Obtain some kudos for her game, maybe. Shaq, however, had other ideas. He begins praising Caitlin Clark right away, praising her abilities, her extraordinary shooting range, her court vision, and everything else. You can almost see Angel attempting to maintain composure as jealousy begins to set in. Shaq then poses a pointed question. What makes Caitlin Clark so popular? Besides her abilities, this was Angel's chance to act morally. Admit that Clark is really that excellent. However, she claims that it's the threes in the logo. Really, that's all. As if people's admiration for Clark is just due to deep threes. Shaq did not believe it. He interrupts. She has more than that. Then he presents it. There is more to Caitlin Clark than simply shooting. She is a floor general, an outstanding passer, and a great crowd pleaser. While everyone else is playing checkers, she controls the game as if she were playing chess. To further emphasize the point, she cites how Caitlin was recognized as the most marketable athlete by a major sports media site, surpassing even Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Angel, meanwhile, seems to have taken a hard-hitting reality check. Not to be overlooked is Angel Reese's recent statement that her pay is insufficient to pay her rent. Ironically, by being the primary subject, Caitlin Clark is now essentially paying for Angel's program. To be honest, Angel may as well pay Caitlin for the publicity now. Jokes aside, however, Shaq wasn't finished. He compared one last thing. Said that Caitlin was similar to Steph Curry. Yes, the assassin with the baby face himself.
Steph Curry, a little kid. Like Steph Curry, I love Steph Curry because I've never seen that before. I've never seen it before. I've seen it a little bit, but I've never seen a guy
He claimed to be reminded of Steph Curry by Caitlin Clark. Not because of her appearance or stature, but rather because, like him, she is pushing limits.
Like a perfect, normally office guy.
Yeah.
He's doing stuff that people never seen before. She's doing.
I cite Shaq as saying, that's my point. Steph seems to be a typical man. He lacks LeBron's physique. He may fit in at a typical office job since he isn't 6 feet 9 inches. However, he then enters the court and does actions that we have never seen before. Caitlin Clark is that same kind of game changer as Shaq was emphasizing. She is not just gifted, she is also changing the rules of the game. In essence, he was assuring Angel that Caitlin is not just wonderful, but also iconic and untouchable. Angel is presumably sitting there wondering why I invited him to this performance in the first place.
Why is he giving Caitlin a standing ovation? I mean, this is gut-wrenching, to say the least.
Remember, Shaq is more than just an NBA icon. He also serves as Angel Reese's mentor in a way. Imagine what it would be like to have him sit there and compliment her biggest rival on her podcast. That must be painful. Shaq didn't stop there, though. I used to doubt Caitlin, but she kept proving me wrong over and over again, he said. He even admitted to being a hater at first, but he has now altered his mind entirely. In the meanwhile, Angel was having trouble maintaining his composure. Shaq clarified one thing, however. Caitlin Clark is authentic.
I'm like, damn, and I was a hater because, I'm down. She was like, she's not going to hit that shot, and bam, like, damn, she's not going to hit that shot, man. Like, if I say 10 times you're not going to hit the shot and you hit the shot, that means you.
Then Shaq gives Angel the last remark. You are the truth if I have 10 doubts about you and you make that shot 10 times. Let's face it, Caitlin Clark is doing things that have never been done in the game before. Her court vision, her shooting range, and the way she manages each possession. She does more than simply play hoops. It's being redefined by her. Shaq also notices it. He's making it clear to Angel for that reason. Yes. Ouch. He's not just giving Clark credit, he's calling her unstoppable. She has the unique X element that turns athletes become legends. And Angel is unable to speak. Absolutely nothing to say. She was clearly attempting to make sense of it. The reasons why Shaq was elevating her worst adversary on her own program. And fans went crazy once the show aired. Reactions erupted in the comments section.
Shaq just called Caitlyn the GOAT on Angel's own podcast. Shaq basically told Angel that Caitlyn...
This episode was something else, I must say. Angel Reese instructor and NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal gave what seemed like a tutorial in her podcast, lauding her fiercest opponent, Caitlin Clark. It must have been painful. She didn't hold back while checking. "I used to doubt Caitlyn," he said bluntly. "I harbored hatred. However, she repeatedly disproved him, and her honesty struck with more force than any slam ever." He said precisely what many people had been thinking. He's not alone himself either. The similar view has been expressed by analysts like as Jason Whitlock, Stephen A. Smith, and Rachel Nichols. That player is Caitlin Clark. She is altering the face of the game, smashing records, and gaining new followers. Shaq wasn't only complimenting. He was revealing information. Compared Caitlyn to a visionary point guard and a cross between Steph Curry. It's not a casual compliment. Shaq is stating that she is a once-in-a-generation athlete. Did Shaq just hijack my podcast to call Caitlyn the GOAT? Angel Reese was likely wondering as she sat on the chair. Indeed. He did indeed. And the intensity just increased. A phrase that Shaq dropped stayed. "You are the truth if you nailed that shot 10 times while I doubted you." He was in awe, not only impressed. It's not only logo threes that Caitlyn is doing. Her leadership, court knowledge, and on-court presence are revolutionizing women's basketball. Fans took note when Shaq made it plain in front of Angel that Caitlin Clark is not only unique, but also unstoppable. Reactions erupted on the internet. People were talking about Shaq's honesty all the time. Caitlin Clark isn't taking any breaks, which adds to the spectacle. She has already returned to the gym and is working harder than ever, whether it is off-season or not. She is ahead of the curve and continues to work hard as if she had just begun. Conversely, Angel Reese seems to be more concerned with everything than basketball. This season, she had poor shooting numbers. She had one of her team's most ineffective games and the lowest shooting percentage inside 5 feet. She has been preoccupied with fashion, picture shoots, and podcast appearances rather than dealing with it. This was also discussed in a different video. How Angel seems to be more concerned with her attire than her leap shot. That mentality difference speaks volumes. For the game, one participant is bleeding. The other has nothing to show for being in the limelight. The worst part is still to come. Shaq has already voiced his opinions. He referred to Caitlin Clark as the greatest college player in women's basketball history earlier this year. That's huge coming from someone like Shaq. She is already claiming that her brilliance is indisputable before even having completed a full WNBA season. Shaq said that Angel could have influenced his decisions in the past, but today he sees things clearly. Not only is Caitlin Clark superior than Angel, but she is now the top player in the game. For a period, because this is the truth. Caitlin Clark is more than simply a highlight reel and range shooter. She has exceptional court vision, a thorough knowledge of the game, and a leadership style that advances the sport as a whole. She is changing the perception of women's basketball, selling out venues and breaking records. And it's not only Shaq who notices it. Everyone is watching her bring in a new era, including fans, players, and analysts. Angel may not have agreed with Shaq's remarks, but he wasn't there to mince words. The truth was what he came to say. The takeaway: Caitlin Clark is the true star of women's basketball, and Shaq told Angel Reese as much on her show. He referred to her as the truth and likened her to Steph Curry. Caitlin isn't only here to have fun. She has come to rule. And Shaq, well, he was quite explicit about that. What do you think, then? Is Caitlin Clark the next great thing? Or was Shaq being too direct? Leave a comment below with your opinions. Click the like button, and remember to subscribe for more sexy insights and highlights from the women's